Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and realizing something strange. Your problems are still there. The traffic still exists. People still misunderstand you. Life is still unpredictable. And yet somehow none of it controls how you feel anymore. Not your boss, not the news, not the opinions of strangers on the internet. For most people, that sounds impossible. But more than 2,000 years ago, a Stoic philosopher claimed that this kind of freedom is not only possible, it is a skill. And it begins with understanding one simple idea. Think about how most of us live today. We wake up and immediately check our phones. Notifications, emails, messages, news. Before our feet even touch the ground, the outside world is already pulling on our emotions. One email ruins our mood. One comment online makes us defensive. One unexpected problem throws off the entire day. And the strange thing is that most of the things that upset us are things we never had control over in the first place. The weather, traffic, other people's opinions, company decisions, random bad luck. Yet we spend enormous amounts of energy trying to control these things. We argue with reality. We replay conversations in our heads. We obsess over what someone might think of us. We try to predict every possible outcome. And the result is stress, frustration, and exhaustion. It feels like life is constantly happening to us, but the Stoics believed something radically different. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said something very simple. Some things are in our control and some things are not. At first glance, that sounds obvious, but Epictetus believed almost all human suffering comes from confusing these two categories. We try to control what is not ours to control, and we ignore the one thing that truly is. According to Stoicism, only a few things truly belong to us. Our thoughts, our judgments, our actions, our choices. Everything else is outside our control. Other people's opinions, the outcome of our efforts, reputation, success, failure, luck, the past, the future. None of these belong entirely to us. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Epictetus himself lived this philosophy. He was born a slave in ancient Rome. One day, his master twisted his leg violently. Epictetus calmly warned him that the leg would break. The master kept twisting. Eventually, the leg snapped. Epictetus simply said, "I told you." His master controlled the event, but he could not control Epictetus's response. That inner freedom is what Stoicism teaches. Centuries later, Marcus Aurelius faced wars, disease, betrayal, and enormous responsibility. Yet he reminded himself constantly that external events are not the problem. Our judgment of them is. First, separate events from interpretation. When something frustrating happens, ask yourself what part of this situation is actually under my control. Second, focus on effort rather than outcome. Your job is not the result. Your job is the effort. Third, stop trying to control other people. You can only control your own response. Fourth, accept uncertainty. Life has always been unpredictable. Stoicism teaches resilience instead of control. Fifth, protect your inner world. When your peace depends on your character instead of circumstances, the world loses its power over you. Most people think freedom means controlling everything around them. More money, more influence, more certainty. But the Stoics believed real freedom comes from no longer needing to control everything. Because the world will always remain unpredictable. But your character can remain steady. Understanding this idea is one thing. Living it is another. Even when we know something is outside our control, the mind still tries to fight it. We want certainty. We want predictable outcomes. We want people to act the way we expect. But life rarely cooperates. Our minds evolved to predict danger. Long ago, that kept us alive. Today, the same instinct makes us overanalyze everything. We replay conversations. We imagine worst-case scenarios. We try to control impressions, reactions, and outcomes that were never ours to manage. Stoicism interrupts that habit. It reminds us that events do not control us. Our response does. This becomes clear in moments of pressure. Anyone can remain calm when life is easy. Character appears when things go wrong. When plans collapse. When people disagree. When circumstances shift. In those moments, the Stoic asks a simple question. What part of this is mine to control? If criticism appears, the event belongs to the other person. Their opinion is theirs. Your response is yours. You can react with anger or curiosity. You can defend yourself immediately or pause and learn something useful. Either way, your peace does not have to depend on their judgment. The same principle applies to effort and results. You can prepare, you can focus, you can work with discipline, but outcomes always involve variables you cannot command. Timing, luck, other people's choices. When your self-worth depends on results, your stability disappears. Success inflates you. Failure destroys you. Stoicism shifts the measurement. Instead of asking, "Did I win?" it asks, "Did I act with integrity, effort, honesty, patience, discipline? These belong to you. The result does not." This shift creates emotional stability. You judge your life by the quality of your actions, not by circumstances beyond your reach. The Stoics believed the true goal of life was not status or success. It was character. Character cannot be granted by the world, and it cannot be taken away by it. It is built through small decisions repeated daily. Choosing patience over anger. Choosing effort over excuses. Choosing clarity over impulse. Another Stoic practice involves stepping back from problems. When something frustrating happens, it often feels enormous. The mind zooms in until the problem fills the entire frame. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to zoom out. He imagined looking at life from high above, cities moving, generations passing, human lives appearing and disappearing across centuries. From that perspective, most daily frustrations shrink. The delayed meeting, the negative comment, the inconvenience that disrupted your plan. They matter in the moment, but they do not deserve permanent emotional weight. The Stoics also practiced something unusual, voluntary discomfort. Modern life encourages constant comfort, immediate convenience, instant gratification. Stoic thinkers believed occasional hardship builds strength. Walking instead of driving, taking a cold shower, living simply for a day, not as punishment, but as training. When you practice discomfort voluntarily, you stop fearing it. You realize you can handle more than you thought. This mindset becomes powerful during real adversity. When challenges appear, one person collapses because comfort was their only expectation. Another person adapts because resilience was already practiced. Stoicism teaches that obstacles are not always enemies. Often they are instructors. Marcus Aurelius wrote a simple idea that captures this perfectly. The obstacle is the way. Difficult situations force growth. Pressure reveals character. Resistance builds strength. Without obstacles, resilience would never develop. Another Stoic insight concerns attention. Where your attention goes, your experience follows. Focus only on problems and life feels hostile. Focus only on the future and life feels uncertain. Focus on the next right action and life becomes manageable. Instead of predicting every outcome, the Stoic concentrates on the present step, the next decision, the next effort, the next response. Life becomes a series of actions rather than a collection of worries. Over time, something changes. The world does not become calmer, but you do. Situations that once created stress become manageable. Reactions become intentional. Circumstances lose the power to dictate your inner state. And slowly you realize something important. The freedom the Stoics described was never about controlling the world. It was about mastering the one territory that always belonged to you: your own mind. The more you try to control everything, the more anxious life becomes. But the moment you begin letting go of what was never yours to control, something changes. Life becomes lighter, clearer, more present. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin asking, "What is the best response I can choose right now?" And when you master that question, you gain something more powerful than control over the world. If this message strengthens you, do not applaud it, apply it. And if you seek more discipline, subscribe.